Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we are returning to our Let's Play of War in the West. We've made some great strides against the Germans over here. We've basically made our way off from Lake Bolzano to Lake Trimissimo and basically cut off at least the Germans over here. Now, I think they will be able to recover this hex in their turn, but the nice thing is that they definitely... Basically, this rail line has been cut, so that I think is very nice. And yeah, let's see what the Germans are going to do. It's their turn now, so I don't know what is going to happen. But yeah, let's see what's going to get on, and we are just going to hand it over to the Germans over here. Now, you know, normally I let the Germans do that off camera, but I'm really intrigued to see whether they will do any counterattack. Specifically, we did encircle a couple of units down here, and I think they're probably going to try to break out. They typically do that. And it is sensible because the longer they wait down there, the less likely they're going to have any impact on the war going forward. So I'm quite intrigued to see whether they're going to have any effect down there. They do have a couple of forces on the other side, but they will have some difficulties here because from the other side, this is going to be covered by the... Ooh, let's pause that for a second here. It's a very small battle here, just 40 lost on our side, but they're bringing in 17,000 men from mostly the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division and the 4th Fallschirmjäger Division here, so yeah, we're doing fine, just losing a couple of men here, not the greatest threat to us really. They're gonna do another attack, very small engagement here, again, just a couple of men lost, so yeah, not really anything to write home about. Over here we are not losing anyone even, but by the way, you can see they're using the 165th Reserve Infantry Division, so these are not great troops, and it looks like with the Ost Battalions and Georgian Infantry, I think these are sort of Russian troops that they have recruited, but yeah, overall not the strongest German troops, but it still does help to, well, basically get rid of them. So yeah, I think it's going to be nice if we can encircle them over here, and really, they're just getting weaker by attacking, so I'm pretty happy about that. And that, I think, is very, very nice indeed. So yeah, I'm gonna set up we're gonna just go and briefly look at the front line here that the Germans are gonna leave to us. Then I'm gonna set up the attacks and see whether we can advance anywhere. Now, one thing I'm really happy about is that in one of the last turns, end of December, we already tried to strike at the V weapon factories of the Germans, and basically all of Northern Europe is under a thick cover of snow here. So yeah, and it continues to be that way. So I think we're not going to be able to do any air missions over Northern Europe over here. Yeah, it's basically all freezing. We can do a little bit down there in Italy, I think. I think it's just rain, not heavy rain, right? Yeah, just rain. So yeah, let's have a look at their setup over here. So they are building a very consistent line over here. That's interesting. They've definitely recovered this over here, but it just doesn't seem to be... Again, this hex line here is damaged, and you can see the excess rail line damage at 100 over here. So basically, all of the supplies of these guys over here is coming via this rail line via Fano. So yeah, you can see excess rail usage here at 15,000 points. So that's pretty strong. Yeah, and they're sending, I think, most of that over here. But can we actually see their rail lines? Yeah, we can. So yeah, they got quite a bit of supplies stored over here. But yeah, these guys down here, definitely out of supply. And I do think, if we look at this, we do see that, well, they have a very strong position up here in the north. They have a relatively weak line over here, so it might be tempting to try to break through over here and circle around over there. We've got a couple of units here that could potentially move through there. Now, these guys, on the other hand, are pretty strong. These guys down here are pretty weak. We've got a bit of a 16th Panzer Division down here. We could try to intercept that and circle around here through Perugia, but I don't think we'll be able to do that really. We can't break through here. This will be very difficult to dislodge because they are on hills, so I don't think that is going to be that viable. Don't think it's going to be that viable to break through here because, again, this is hills, yeah, rough terrain, so, and we have a very limited vector of attack here, so probably not viable at all up there, whereas over here it might be viable to create a breakthrough here. Although we don't have that many troops, we only have 3 fast divisions over here, so we might need to think about that a little bit. On the other hand, we've got another tank division down here, so if we could also create a breakthrough somewhere here, and come around both of these sites, we might have a chance here of encircling at least a couple of units, and that might be nice. So that's a full infantry division over here, part of another infantry division, and a full panzer division over here. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they are splitting up their divisions so strongly, but it's tempting to try that and at least get to Siena, create our breakthrough over here. We definitely want to finish these guys off. Yeah, and up over here it's tempting to try to break through over here in some way, but I just don't see how we could do that. We could try to get over here and attack these guys directly. They have fortifications, but they do have very low supplies, so if we could push them this way, that would be kind of tempting, because that would, well, get rid of a large proportion of their forces. But I do think they're going to withdraw this way, and then there's just no way how we could get rid of them. Also, they're kind of strong. So yeah, that's just not very likely to succeed. It would be very tempting to try to get to Ancona over here. And we would probably need to get rid of at least these two guys over here. I think if we get over here and there, that's going to be very tough. But yeah, just getting this supply depot, that would be really, really lovely. I do think they have a depot over here, right? Yeah, with about 30,000 supplies. It would also help to build up our line. Well, that being said, I'm going to reconsider that off camera and build up our air missions accordingly. So, see you guys in a second. So, here we are back again, and I have set up our air missions and done a little bit of administrative stuff in between. So, it's not that much actually this time around, so let's look at our air doctrines over here. So, we've got the typical blockades here of Corsica, that's not a big deal. We've also continuing to do some interception missions here on this little bulge in the German lines, simply because I would like to keep them a little bit on the low supply edge. And once they do withdraw, I would like that they do take some attrition, so that'd be lovely. Right here on the right flank, we're not actually doing much. This is only a smaller mission here. 64 Marauders coming in, doing a little bombardment here on the Fallschirmjägers. I would like to break through on this side. Let's see whether that is going to be viable at all or not. You know what, we might actually want to drive onto this one over here instead. It would be lovely to circle around these guys. An infantry division and parts of a mountain division would be really lovely to take out, but on the other hand, if we were ever to get to Fabricio, that would be really great. You know what, let's keep on doing that. I think this is where we probably are going to end up pushing. Or do we really want to go here? You know what? Let's change it. Okay, so I know I've just said that I've basically set it up all, but you know what? Let's change it. Right, so there we go. You're going to target over here. You don't need to fly across all of these German units, so yeah, let's take some distance here. That's fine. And then over here, this is actually going to be our most important strike here. With most of our bombers coming in here, 256 bombers coming in here, that should be okay. You are not doing anything specifically. You know what, we can do you set you on auto here. Yeah, you guys are just going to target this one, and the reasoning for that is that I do want to push through here. These are a weak position in the German lines. It's very wide, it's 3 wide, so that should enable us to come through here and potentially come around this tank unit over here. I think this one down here will also be relatively easy to push back. I think this one here will be very difficult to push back, so I don't really want to try it. But if we can come around over here, we might just as well be able to threaten this entire line over here. So maybe that is going to be viable, I don't know yet, but that is my thinking over there. Nothing in Northern Europe, there's old snow there, so that's not active, but we are continuing to strike the Plötzi airfields over here, and we've actually received quite a bit of reinforcements here for the 15th Air Force. So instead of just the 350 planes that we've got right now, we've also gotten reinforcements which can't fly this week, but they will be able to join us next week, of 4 more air groups, and that's around 48 bombers each, so that's around 200 more bombers here coming in, so that's a very significant boost here to the 15th Air Force. We've also received, I think, 1 group each for number 1, 2 and 3 bombardment group here in the United Kingdom, so that's another 150 bombers there, but yeah, they're not going to fly this time around. So without further ado, let's execute these air directives, see what we're going to get, and hope that we're going to do a lot of damage here against the Germans, especially against the German airfields. I mean, yes, the front line is extremely important, but really, the the oil fields, if we're doing a lot of damage there, I think we will be pretty happy. So let's see whether the 15th Air Force has done something. Right, there you are, guys. So yeah, the weather was actually very poor there. So you probably just didn't do much, did you? That's not quite true. You did do quite a bit of damage over here, so that's nice to see. At the loss of only, well, why did you lose 4 aircrafts over here? I'm guessing it's all operational losses, right? That's a lot of lightnings that you're losing there. But still, it's nice to see 20% damage on the oil there. That's great to see. A little bit on the fuel. That's not actually our target. But yeah, still I'm going to be happy with that. That's a good amount of damage here on these oil factories. So yeah, that's actually very nice. And that should help us out quite a bit there. Right, how about the Tactical Air Force? You guys doing... You didn't lose that many aircraft this time around, so that's nice to see. Interdiction didn't go up that much, but it's still okay. I mean, January is a very, very bad time for you to do that. Right, you guys did do quite a bit of damage here, so that's nice. That's the attack on the left side, on the westernmost direction. And you guys are attacking here on the right side. You're not doing that much damage, but I suppose it's fine. Right, okay, so that's basically it over there. And yeah, and of course a couple of naval things down there. So yeah, not a big deal though, but yeah, let's see. Okay, you guys did not lose any defensive power. I think you guys did, so that's fine. Right, let's see what we can do to push these guys back. And I'm tempted to start down here with clearing up these guys down there, because they're just a little bit annoying. On the other hand, I think our support groups are not... Yeah, well, I don't want to fly them over here. I think I would like to fly them over there. Alright, how about you? You could get over there and then try to attack, but that is going to be tough. So that's the one thing. The other thing is up over here, of course. So we've got the 13s. Yeah, you guys are a little bit weird, right? So that's okay. And then we've got the 13th Corps. Okay, you guys are allocated all down there. So let's move up the 6th Corps here. I think you guys should be fine, right? Okay, let's move you up. We've got these Indians. These Indians are extremely strong, actually. So how about the 5th Corps? How many units have you got? I think you could take in one more. You do have these fun Italians here, which basically, honestly, are a little bit useless, but still nice to have them around. And I'm tempted to take these guys and maybe motorize them. So, on the other hand, you guys are all up there, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But you know what? I think you guys will be strong enough, so let's move you guys over. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a deliberate attack over here. I don't want to do too little. And we are comfortably able to push them back, so that's very nice to see. We could move up further and I think attack them again, so that would be nice. But it would also probably not be the wisest move that we can do. Right, you guys could move up a little bit. You guys could do that as well. How about you? Okay, you can't quite make it up there. That's okay though. We've got the 6th Corps over here. Okay, you guys are sort of all part of this. But yeah, you'll be having difficulties moving there, actually. Why so much? I think it's mostly moving out of the position where you're currently at. It's also 5 movement points to move in there, so yeah, that's an issue. Right, because I would like to ultimately kill these guys here, or at least drive them back a little bit. So yeah, let's see what we've really got in terms of our units. Okay, so 6th Corps, let's move you up. You're fine there. And then you're a 6th Corps too, right? Yeah. I'm probably gonna pull you guys out and send in someone else in your stead. I think that's gonna be okay. Right, let's have you cross the river, that's fine then. You guys over here, I think you can sort of bunny hop along this line. So yeah, let's move you into there. And then you guys who are also part of this 6th Corps, you guys are going to move there. And then I think with you guys, I can try to do a hasty attack over here. But these guys do look a little bit too strong for that. So that's probably not the wisest move. Could easily push these guys back a little bit. Right, can I move anyone else in there then? So, specifically one of you guys maybe? Yeah. Okay, you're going to be fine over here. Right, so that does mean we now have some troops over here. I can't do a deliberate attack, but I can do a hasty attack. And I think that we're going to try that. At least try to soften them up, but in fact we are getting them to retreat. So that's lovely to see. So yeah, we are capable enough of pushing them back a little bit over here. And let's try a hasty attack over here. Yeah, move them back further. So that's all very nice. Can't move further into here, so you guys basically all need to stay where you are. We can't even move out of here, not even with the guy with 4 movement points. So that's okay though. Then we've got these tanks. You guys could currently move very awkwardly over there. Why would you move that way though? That's curious, isn't it? Right. If we could push back these guys further, that would be lovely. Right, you can't move further. You could you move anywhere else? Well, we've still got these guys here, 13th division, 13th squad, right? You guys also don't have that many movement points. You could move over here, try to flank that, and that would leave you with a little bit more movement points here. Which I'm not sure where to send you with though. Maybe send you up a little bit over here, so that we're all sort of keeping that line. 17 movement points until here. And then you guys, who's got more movement points? Okay, let's start out with the New Zealand division. Yeah, it's going to be tough to try to break through over here. It might be a little bit easier if we got rid of these guys over there. And we might need to motorize some of these guys down here. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Okay, do we have anyone who can move over here and start attacking these guys there across the river? That's going to be a little bit hard. And these guys I think will be difficult to dislodge. These guys might be a little bit easier. It's not that many. It's just, well, they do have a lot of anti-tank guns, so I don't necessarily want to bump my tanks into there. But if we could get rid of these two guys, I think it would be a lot easier for us to move through here. But at least if these guys pull back to there. So I probably want to start with this attack. Okay, let's do a short attack over here. Nice, we are overwhelming them really, so that's really good to see. So yeah, so that does leave the question of you guys over here. And we've actually reconquered this, so that's nice to see. We don't really need to keep that, but it's good to see that we can get over there. Right, I do think we just need to move over here. I don't think we can dislodge these guys, so that needs to be fine basically. So yeah, okay, let's move you over here. Can we attack there? Well, these guys still look fairly formidable. And it's across the river and everything, so I don't think it's necessarily that advisable to even try that. How about you guys? Well, I could push you, if I can push into here, I'm pretty sure I can move into there. There might be a combat delay there, but that's fine. You guys could at least move over there, so that's okay. And you guys could move... Ooh. Yeah, with you I would really love to take these guys out up there. Well, we can get there, so let's keep that in mind. At least we have a reasonable chance here of getting to both of these positions. So it would be lovely if we could get through at least here. Now you guys are going to have a hard time to move around there. I could try to attack there, but I don't think it's going to be viable at all to take that on. And you guys do have some movement points left already. Okay, so let's take these Indians here and motorize this unit. It's going to cost us some trucks and some other things, but it does allow you guys to move up a lot further. So I think in that case we do have a decent basis to try to tackle these guys over there. Right, you are fine over here. How about you? You can, I think, overwhelm them, so yeah, let's take you guys. Let's move up here. Let's have the Americans join in, because why not? Then attack there. Oh, sorry about the background noise. That's fine. Okay, we've come over here. That's good to see. So, how about you? You could move into there. So, that does at least allow us to encircle the 26th Panzer Division here. And I think that is what we're going to do. Okay, you guys can move into there, and we definitely do have some troops down here who can sort of move up, right? We've got these mountain units, which curiously enough do sit down here. Well, but I think we're doing fine over here. I think we do have a very decent shot at least encircling these guys, if not more. Well, probably only that, but still, you guys can actually break through here. That's lovely to see. Okay, so let's try to get stuck over there. I do think I want to try at least a hasty attack on these guys. If we can push them back, that's gonna be great. We can't. It's a close fight here. If we had a little bit more support, we might have done that. But right now, it just doesn't seem like we could. So that's okay. Well, we can move you over there then. But how about you guys? Okay, you could move over there. You could attack, but that's not enough. Okay, let's take the Indians. You're gonna move here. You're going to do a hasty attack over there. That should be more than enough to expel you guys. You're fine over there. And you guys can definitively come here. So you guys could come there. That's fine. And you guys can come over here, right? So that's good to see. I think that's a decent... That's a very decent setup, I think. So yeah, basically the 26th Panzer Division has basically already been encircled. Can we move anyone else into this gap? You can move here. Yeah, let's see what we can do with these guys down there before we get before we make it too easy on ourselves, right? So you get over there. You can't get over here. It would have been so nice to just push these guys out. Speaking of, we can get around through there. That's an interesting thing to consider. Yeah, but I don't think any of these other guys can move around there. So yeah, that's basically just a no-no. Well, I could move you here and then do a hasty attack. And I think that would actually work because it's on the land side. But yeah. Curious that we can't move through there because probably there's a combat delay set on that hex. But yeah, we don't need to. So everyone is fine over here, basically. How about you? Can I move you anywhere? No. Okay, that's fine. You could move here. You can go somewhere over there. That's okay. And you could also move there, so we don't actually need to... Well, it's going to be a little bit nice, I think, if we move you up a little bit. That's fine. And then you guys can move over here, sort of keep this line intact down there. And that's fine. We could actually think about pushing through there. Hopefully that would shorten our line a little bit. That would be alright, wouldn't it? Yeah. Right, let's try to push everyone up here a little bit as well. So you guys might want to go there. You guys could go somewhere over here. No, you can't. You guys can definitely go over here. That's okay. Yeah. So we can't free up any reserves over here. Even if we move up one, that just doesn't free up anyone. We could potentially attack these guys and push them back a little bit as well, but again, just there's no immediately useful move that we're gaining from that. So the only useful thing of that is that we're forcing them to withdraw because they'd be in danger of being encircled there. Which we might want to exploit later on anyway. So I don't think that we are gonna be able to withdraw anything over here, right? So basically you guys are all set, so that's great to see. So that does allow these guys here to move out. So we're gonna have 11 movement points with you, none with you, 14 with you. But I do like the idea of threatening, of keeping to threaten this rail line here down to this German position. So I think that's nice to keep it where it is, or at least, or maybe even move it here or there. Getting over here would be fun because that would basically force these guys here to do something funny as well, but I think ultimately they will be able to reconnect. You guys could get over there. Well, I could get over here because I don't think they're going to try any attack in this direction, so we might just keep these guys over here. These guys have fortifications, these guys have some fortifications, and of course we want to pull back some units here. Yeah, we really stretched thin on forces, but yeah, we did need to push through there, and it is nice that we did push them back. So yeah, I think we are fine basically. Okay, yeah, but definitely you guys do need to come up here. That's fine. You've got decent combat strength there, so that's okay. Okay, and we do need to move, need you to move over here. Otherwise these guys are not going to be encircled. Right, got it. Ah, damn it. I should not have left that exposed. Right, you guys could move into there. You guys could do that as well. Anyone here? Okay, basically no, so let's move you there. That's fine. And then you guys are going to come up here. That's good. And then one of you guys can come there, right? So this is all division strength units, so basically that's alright. And you guys, can you move there? Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's have you move there, that's fine. And then we need to cover that position there as well. And I think for that, you guys here are going to be my primarily useful guys. Yeah, that's good. Okay, fully encircled now, with a decent number of infantry divisions to clear them out next turn, so that's good. And up over here, we could move you over there, actually. Or we could move you even over there. Threaten them with a lot more encirclement. This is a curious position up here, that we can threaten them so much, but we can't just pull into there, so it's curious. How far have we set up our railway line? All the way up over here. Yeah, but these guys are threatening it, I think, right? So I think that's what these dots mean, that basically you can't trace anything through there. By the way, we've got you guys down here. Okay, yeah, so you can start building that rail line up there. It's just going to be a small little helper there. Okay, can't do anything more there. That's fine though. So that was you. And then, I think it's 9, right? No? 7? No. 8? No. I thought it was 9. It must be control 9 or something. Anyway, right, so that's you. Where are the other railway repair guys? Over here. Okay, that's alright. So, yeah, let's continue to look at that. So, I think it would be lovely to get this done. We don't have anyone over here, but we will probably want to set up a line there. So, yeah, you know what? You guys just get over here. Finish that up so that we've got a decent connection up this way and that way. And then you guys can continue to push it up into our front positions here. Right, so let's take you. Yeah, you're going to make funny moves over here, but I think it's alright. Because it is important to get your supplies all the way to the front if possible. Do we have any decent depots over here that we could use? Right, over here we've got a potential rail line. I don't think we're going to use anyone in Norberto. Could potentially build up one there next turn, but I think it's alright. Yeah, next time around we will be able to build something up here, and then we've got these guys down there. Okay, fine. Right, so happy about this line, happy. You guys still some flexibility there with these tanks. It just might be tempting to get over there. Or over here, actually. But you know what, over here I think we've got the nicer chance to continue our breakthrough. Probably means that they're gonna occupy these hexes, but I don't think I mind it that much. Okay, you guys are supplying sort of everyone over there. That's okay, but let's move you into this position here so that you can support everyone a little bit better. Right. Okay, this position here just way too weak. But if you guys, I don't think you guys can do a deliberate attack, right? Yeah, you've basically exhausted too much. You guys are in rough terrain, so I think it's okay to have the mountain units here. This is a little bit exposed, but not actually too much, I think. Right, you guys are fine if I move you over here? Yeah, you probably are, so that's okay, good. And we do have some more troops down here that I nearly overlooked. Well, nearly, I completely overlooked them, so that's okay. Right, you guys, okay, let's move the headquarter out of here a little bit. So you're out of the way now. So, you guys are directly assigned to an army? Curious. Right, but if we move you up there... Okay, we can't move you up anywhere else over here. That would make a lot of sense. This there's probably the weakest link. Could move someone over here, but you can't move any further, so that's okay. We've also got the Polish infantry division. We could do another motorization here. And that might not be the worst idea. I mean, you're currently assigned to these Free French troops, and I do think we need ultimately more headquarters down here. Because we've basically overloaded all of... Well, not overloaded, but you can see 10 out of 10 there. And the 5th Army is kind of weak as well. And the 8th Army, the 8th British Army is... doing... Yeah, you're basically overloaded as well. We basically need another army down here. No, we've got the 7th US Army, but we do need, I think, at least one more headquarter unit. Yeah, ultimately we will need that. So, whom do we get to get some transports? The 3rd Polish Division? You are kind of motorized already a little bit. You'd need 12,000, and you guys would be needing a little bit more. You know what? I do like the Polish units, so let's motorize them. It's going to cost us a lot, but that's fine. That does allow us to move up quite far over here, actually, so that's lovely to see. Okay, yeah. You know what? In that case, let's move up over here. Be on this line, and basically be ready to interrupt them over here. I think that's fine. And I think I do want you to be part of the 5th Corps. So, let's do that. 5th British Corps, that's okay, yeah. You're now assigned to that. You guys, on the other hand, don't need to be part of the 5th British Corps. You just can be part of, let's say, the 5th US Army, because why not? Yeah, that's okay. Right, and that does leave you guys down here, which probably I want to just use to finish up these guys. I think that's perfectly alright. I don't want them to break through over here. But let's move up here first. And let's do an attack over here. These guys are pretty strong, but they are nearly out of supplies. So let's do a deliberate attack over there. That should push them back, hopefully. Oh yeah, let's move down the message level here a little bit. Okay, yeah, that was a little bit too much, actually, but rather too much than too little, so that's fine. Okay, so do I want to finish you off, or do I want to push up there? Well, if we could finish these guys off, that would be a lot less threatened in these positions. So, yeah, let's try to move you guys up over here. And then let's do... Oh yeah, you're pretty strong as well. Defensive power 6 there. That's harsh. I hadn't thought that would be so much. Can you do a deliberate attack here? You could. If I got both of you... Yeah, I can't do a deliberate attack with any of you. Okay, fine. Right, if I got all of you together... No, still not enough. Right, okay, let's grab the Italians. Let's move them up somewhere to the front of the line. I don't think they are going to be able to encircle anyone anywhere. But it just might be nice to move them up in a position where they can do some things. And I think this is kind of promising over here. So let's move them into there. so that ultimately they might be able to strike in that direction. That would be okay. Right, and then you guys... Well, I could move you into here, and that would actually allow you guys here to do a hasty attack. Okay, let's try it at least. I don't know. They are isolated, so yeah, indeed. We are getting them to at least 8,000 people here surrender, and one of these parts of the reserve infantry division is moving into this hex there, so that's very, very nice actually. So that does mean we can potentially get them over there next time around. So basically we haven't fully dealt them a finishing blow yet, but I do think it's very nice that we've basically pushed them back a little bit. And yeah, they're still out of supply, and we've got this line now, so that's really great to see. Right, and that does mean, okay, yeah, we've repaired all of that. You guys could come over here into this direction now and start to work on this line ultimately, because I do think there's a potential to build up a line over here, isn't there? At least there's a rail yard, so maybe we're going to be able to pull that all the way to Piombino. There's a rail yard and a port over there. It's not a big one, but still it might be nice. It might also be nice to connect this up to Siena, because I think this over here is going to be a little bit more complicated. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull you guys over here. You'll not be able to start work right away, but you will be eventually, so that's nice. Can't get you all the way over here? No. Okay, that's fine. And you guys are ultimately going to start to work on this on the western frontier, so that's good too. Right, so that basically deals with all of these guys over here. So happy about that actually. Where are you guys? Okay, you guys are part of this. That's all okay. Basically, I'm pretty happy with all of these allocations here. Over here though, we do need to be a little bit more mindful. Right, so you guys could push up. You could also move up to that front there. Right, let's see then on this side here what we can achieve. So we've got you guys here on refit mode. Let's actually set you to ready. You guys could all come over here and start an attack on this one, right? That might be enough to push them back. The question is, can we pull our armored units behind them into Anacona? Well, only one way to find out, I suppose. So let's actually move you here. That's fine. You guys 7, you guys 11. Okay, let's move you there. That's fine. You two do a deliberate attack against them. They are retreating. Lovely. They are retreating into the city. Much less lovely. But it's just what we have. Okay, you can actually move up all the way there. That's lovely. Okay, can we get anyone into this gap then? Probably not. Okay, that's nasty. Otherwise, we'd be able to encircle them basically over here. And that would be mighty fine, wouldn't it? Would also be... Ooh, if we got over here, we'd actually cut this rail line. Now, this is tempting. If we moved over here, we would be getting this hex here. And if we got this hex, they would be having no rail line running down here at all. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick these guys. I'm going to motorize them again. This is all costing us a lot of points, but it does allow you to come into here. Great. Nice. Good. You guys can now... Well, the point is, if I go over here, you will be able to encircle me pretty drastically, and I don't think that is what I want at all. I would much rather defeat these units here. Well, I would like to do that, but I just don't have the resources. I can't see any way of pushing up there in any reliable fashion. Right. And you guys basically need to stay here, otherwise we will be encircled. Okay, you guys need to come around there. That's fine. You guys will make your way over here so that at least you're blocking any attempt to go into here. So that's fine as well. You guys are fine where you are. And then we've got one further division, which we could send up there. But I do think I want to just start threatening their flank over here. And that's fine for me. Right, so yeah, let's actually move you into there so that you're basically covered. And that's fine. Good, so I think that basically covers all of our approaches over here. And it's so tempting to just move one hex further. But with us being then isolated, I don't think that would be a very wise idea. I do think you guys are going to come under a lot of attack, so let's try to assign more support units to you if we can. Yeah, there's a lot of armoured brigade and stuff, so let's do assign some Canadian tanks to you. I think that's fine. So you're a little bit stronger there. And you guys, yeah, you do have a lot of stuff assigned to you, so that's nice. There might be an attack here on this flank, but I think we are going to be alright. And basically we're threatening them really, really nicely over here now, so I'm very, very happy about how this turn went. Yeah, so basically just to consider that we've got a full unit, a full panzer division here encircled with 4 heavy artillery pieces, more than 100 tanks, most of them Panthers actually, so that's nice to see. And we've driven these guys back over there, so more Panzer Grenadier divisions and reserve infantry that we can ultimately take out, so that's good to see as well. And we've at least threatened their position here kind of nicely. We are starting to run low on some supplies in some of these positions, I think, but all in all, I'm pretty happy. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do leave a like and all of that, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next time around. Of course, I'm going to do some off-screen stuff over here. I do think, for example, we've got the 85th Infantry Division. I'm going to pull these guys back, guys up over here, so that ultimately we can take out some things. It would be nice to clear out Corsica, but it just wouldn't free up a lot of forces, so I'm more concerned with attacking over there. So yeah, that's great. Hope to see you guys around next time. Bye bye.